I caught my best friend's car outside my apartment. He told me he was across town at his aunt's place, but when I walked in, I found him with my fiancée, on my couch, laughing. They didn't even look guilty, until I asked if I could join them. I was 24 when I met Talia Matthews. I had just landed my dream job as a junior architect at a mid-size firm in Cape Town, South Africa. It wasn't glamorous, long hours, tight deadlines, but I was finally doing what I loved: designing, creating, building something from scratch. That's exactly what I wanted in my personal life, too. A real connection I could build something meaningful with. Then came Talia. We met one Saturday evening at a beach bonfire party near Camps Bay. A mutual friend had dragged me there after a long week. I almost didn't go. But thank God I did. She was standing barefoot in the sand, laughing with a drink in her hand, hair dancing in the wind, as if the ocean itself was drawn to her energy. She had this effortless charm, part wild spirit, part calculated grace. And when our eyes met, she gave me this confident, curious look like she already knew me. We started talking. One conversation turned into 2 hours. I found out she was 23, worked in marketing for a local tech company, and had a thing for weird documentaries and bad karaoke. She asked me thoughtful questions, listened like she cared. She made me feel seen. That night, we sat in her car for another hour after the party ended, still talking. I remember watching her laugh about something stupid I said, and I thought, this could be it. This could be something. And it was. From there, everything moved naturally. We weren't rushing, but everything clicked. Morning coffee runs, spontaneous hiking trips, binge-watching trash TV on Sundays, cooking dinners that usually ended with us ordering takeout and laughing at our own mess. I didn't just fall in love with Talia. I trusted her. That's a rare thing to say in your 20s, when everyone's playing games and avoiding commitment, but she made it easy. About 6 months in, things felt serious, like life partner serious. So naturally, I wanted her to meet the one person who had been by my side longer than anyone else, Marcus. Marcus had been in my life since we were 5 years old. We met in primary school, bonded over broken crayons and soccer, and never looked back. He was the kind of friend who knew everything: my high school crushes, my biggest failures, my most embarrassing moments. He was family, and Marcus was protective. Every girl I ever dated, he had an opinion about. He'd say things like, "She's not real with you," or "She's just a phase." But I figured if he liked Talia, it would confirm everything I was already feeling deep in my gut. So I invited both of them to our Sunday pickup soccer game, followed by lunch at this chilled rooftop spot downtown. I was nervous. I don't know why. I guess it felt like introducing your two worlds and hoping they don't clash. But the moment they met, it was seamless. Talia made him laugh within 5 minutes. Marcus complimented her on her sneaker game. They joked like old friends, shared stories about growing up in different parts of the city, even roasted me a bit together. At one point, Marcus looked at me, smiled, and said, "She's perfect for you, man. Seriously, you did well." And in that moment, I felt complete. The woman I loved, the best friend I trusted, getting along like they'd known each other for years. It felt like the beginning of a beautiful life, the kind you only dream about. Little did I know, that was also the beginning of my worst nightmare. After that Sunday lunch, everything felt golden. Marcus and Talia exchanged numbers that same day, and over the next few weeks they became, well, friends. At first it was casual. She'd forward him memes, he'd send her music playlists, and sometimes she'd even mention him in passing. Marcus said this new burger spot opened near the marina. We should check it out. Marcus sent me the funniest voice note today, you have to hear it. I'll be honest, I didn't think much of it. I mean, this was Marcus, The guy who helped me build IKEA furniture in college, who knew every ex I had and roasted me after every breakup. And Talia? She was thoughtful, grounded. She talked about our future together, about maybe getting a dog, even hinted at moving in. So I was happy that the two people I trusted the most were becoming close. What could possibly go wrong? But slowly, little things started changing. Talia, who used to call me every morning before work, suddenly started skipping those calls. At first it was, "Sorry, babe, early meeting, I'll call later." But later became never. Texts got shorter. Conversations got colder. She stopped asking how my day was. I'd pour my heart out about a stressful client, and she'd reply with, that sucks. No follow-up. No comfort. Just empty space. I chalked it up to stress. She had a big product launch coming up. I gave her space. But deep down, my gut was whispering something else. At the same time, Marcus started acting off. He ghosted 2 of our usual Friday hangouts, claiming he was slammed with work. But when I checked his IG later that night, he had posted a story of him at a rooftop lounge, not alone. 2 glasses on the table. Again, I brushed it off. Maybe he just needed a break. People grow, right? But it got weirder. One night I called him while I was working late at the office, just to check in like we used to. He picked up, sounded surprised. "Hey, what's up?" "Nothing. Just wanted to see how you were doing." "Want to grab wings? Friday?" He hesitated. Might have plans already. I'll let you know." That Friday came. No word, no reply. Just silence. That's when something clicked in the back of my mind. I'm being iced out. Slowly. Carefully. I started noticing patterns. Times when Marcus and Talia were both unavailable. Same time, same day, no explanation. She'd tell me she was going to the gym, but forget her gym bag. He'd say he was working late, but accidentally tag himself near the wine bar we used to go to. And yet, I wanted to believe in them. I needed to. I told myself I was just paranoid, overthinking, maybe even insecure. After all, I introduced them. I built this triangle of trust. What kind of person would sabotage that? But the gut feeling wouldn't go away, that sense of being outside the very circle I created. So I decided to test something. One Sunday, I asked Talia to hang out. Just us. No plans, just chill at home, cook dinner together, the way we used to. She said she wasn't feeling well. Migraine. Said she just needed rest. Cool. 3 hours later, Marcus posted a story from a sushi spot. Guess who was in the background? Reflection of the window? Talia. Laughing. Wearing the same jacket she claimed she was curled up in at home. That was the first night I didn't sleep. That's when I knew something was wrong. But I still didn't know just how wrong. Not yet. The Sunday after that sushi post, I didn't say anything. I just watched how they both behaved. Talia acted like nothing was wrong. She asked if I wanted to try a new pasta recipe, even kissed me on the cheek like she hadn't just spent the evening with my best friend. Marcus sent a meme in our old group chat like everything was normal, but nothing was normal anymore. Something had snapped inside me. I stopped sleeping. My mind was racing 24/7, piecing together every excuse, every overlapping alibi, every suspicious laugh that didn't feel innocent anymore. I became obsessed with timing, checking their social media timestamps, comparing locations, watching for patterns. I started noticing how they stopped tagging each other in posts, but always seemed to be offline. At the same time, my gut wasn't whispering anymore. It was screaming. Still, I didn't want to accuse them without proof. Maybe I was crazy. Maybe I was turning into the paranoid boyfriend. Until one Wednesday afternoon. I had just left a client meeting early and decided to take the scenic route home, a winding drive through the hills above the city. I was halfway down a side street that leads directly to my apartment complex when I saw it. A blue BMW, parked just a few feet from my front door. Marcus's car. I froze. It was the middle of a workday. He didn't live anywhere near here. Talia was supposedly at her team offsite that day. So what the hell was Marcus doing here? I pulled over just far enough to stay out of sight and called him. My hands were shaking. Me. Hey bro, where you at? Marcus, cool as ever. Oh, just helping my aunt fix her garage door. She's been begging me for weeks, he lied. Without hesitation, I stared at his car while listening to him lie to my face. And in that moment, something in me died. I hung up. I didn't yell. Didn't cry. I parked around the corner, slipped through the side gate to my building, heart pounding, like a war drum in my chest. I moved in silence. Every step felt heavier than the last. As I reached my apartment door, I paused. My hand hovered over the handle. Please don't let this be what I think it is. Please don't confirm what I already know. Please, just don't. I pushed the door open slowly. There they were. Marcus, Talia, in my living room, on my couch. She was in one of my hoodies, the one she always called her comfort shirt. He was in socks. My socks, feet on the coffee table, drinking from the mug I always used for Sunday coffee. There was a half-eaten pizza box open between them, Netflix on, cozy lighting, like this was a normal day, like they belonged there, like I was the intruder. For a second, they didn't notice me. Then Talia turned. Her face went pale. Her lips parted, but no words came out. Marcus sat up, eyes wide, holding the remote like it could protect him. Silence. So I said the only thing I could. Mind if I join you guys? Her eyes welled up instantly. She stood. It's not what you think. I laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it was so pathetic. I had given them every opportunity to come clean, to be honest. And still, they lied. I looked at Marcus, my best friend, my brother in all but blood. He couldn't even look at me. How long? Talia wiped a tear, whispered. It started, emotionally, a few months ago, just talking, but it's physical now. Every word hit like a sledgehammer. Months. So while I was planning our future, they were sneaking around like strangers, on my couch, in my clothes, under my roof. I wanted to scream, punch something, break everything. But I didn't. I stood there, fists clenched so tight my nails cut into my palms, and I looked at both of them. You were my brother. And you? I was going to marry you. No response, just tears and silence. I nodded, walked over to the door, turned around once more. You deserve each other. Then I left. Not just the apartment, not just that moment. I walked out of the life we were building. The lies. The betrayal. I walked out for good. When I walked out that door, I left behind more than just two people. I left behind the version of me that trusted without question. The man who believed love and loyalty were enough. The guy who believed that family and friendship were sacred. And for the first few days, I completely fell apart. I didn't eat. I didn't sleep. I didn't even go home. I stayed with my cousin Elijah, who didn't ask questions, just gave me space, food, and silence. I remember sitting on his balcony one night staring at the lights of the city below, wondering, what's wrong with me? How did I not see this coming? What did I do to deserve this? But the real punch in the gut? They kept calling. Talia, Marcus, over and over. Voicemails, messages, emails, even handwritten letters. Suddenly they were desperate, trying to explain, justify, apologize. Like there was a version of this where I would just understand. But I didn't respond. I couldn't. Because every message felt like a fresh stab in a wound that hadn't even begun to heal. I remember this one night, maybe 2 weeks after the confrontation. I was at my parents' house, sitting in my childhood room, surrounded by trophies, posters, and dreams I had before I knew what betrayal even was. My mom came in, sat on the bed next to me, and said, "You're not broken. You were just loyal to the wrong people." I broke down, fully. The kind of crying that doesn't even sound human, because she was right. I wasn't mad that they cheated. I was mad that they let me love them fully, deeply, while they built something behind my back. Eventually, I started. Picking up the pieces, I booked a therapy session. Then another, and another. My therapist, this tough, no-nonsense woman named Dr. Liu, looked me in the eye and said, "They didn't betray you because you were weak. They betrayed you because they were." That stuck with me. So I started doing the work. I journal. I trained again. I reconnected with friends I had unintentionally pushed away during the relationship. I even booked an STD test, because that's the level of damage I had to consider now. And slowly, I started breathing again. Then the calls from Talia stopped. Not because she moved on, but because everything started falling apart. I didn't go looking for it, but word travels fast, especially in a city like Cape Town. Apparently, she and Marcus tried to make their relationship work after I left. It didn't last 3 weeks. They turned on each other. Fast. The guilt, the blame, the pressure of pretending like what they had was worth it, it tore them apart. She accused him of manipulating her into the affair. He accused her of being emotionally unstable. The same two people who betrayed me started betraying each other. I heard that their fights got so bad, neighbors started complaining. She moved out. He blocked her. They haven't spoken since, but it gets worse. Talia started spiraling at work. Apparently, one of her coworkers was close friends with my cousin, and word got out about what she did. And in her office, her entire brand was about being trustworthy, focused, and professional. Suddenly, people weren't inviting her to meetings. Projects were reassigned. HR got involved. She started missing deadlines, took extended leave. And now, she's on probation. She may lose the very job she once told me was the only thing she worked her whole life for. And Marcus, no one talks to him anymore. Our friend group cut him off the moment they found out. Even his own brother stopped speaking to him. Marcus tried to spin the story like I was being dramatic, but when the truth came out, nobody wanted to hear it. He lost his social circle, his respect, his credibility, and now he drinks. A lot. Alone. Do I feel good about it? Not really, but there's a certain peace in knowing this. Karma doesn't miss. Eventually, people trip over the lies they use to climb higher. As for me, I'm still healing, still learning how to trust again, still trying to believe that not everyone who gets close to you has a knife in their hand, but I refuse to let their betrayal become my identity. Healing isn't a straight line. There were nights I'd sit in bed wide awake at 2 a.m., replaying everything over and over like some psychological torture reel. The lies, the looks, the late-night work meetings, the missing gym bag. How Marcus couldn't even make eye contact that day. How Talia wore my hoodie while sleeping with my best friend. Even after therapy, the memories still burned. But the fire inside me changed. At first, it consumed me. Then, it forged me. I started investing in myself like never before. I hit the gym every morning. Pain became my pre-workout. Rage was my fuel. Every rep, every mile, every drop of sweat was me taking something back. I signed up for a business mentorship program. I rebranded my freelance design business, doubled my rates, and started landing international clients. People started noticing. Even the way I carried myself changed. There was a different energy in the room when I walked in, a calm but sharp presence, because I had been through fire and I survived. But here's the twist most people don't tell you. Healing makes you magnetic. And when that happens, the ghosts come crawling back. It started with Talia's best friend, Lara. She Messaged me on Instagram out of nowhere. I just want to say, I always thought what they did to you was disgusting. You didn't deserve that. I thanked her. Left it at that. Then, 2 weeks later, Talia herself messaged me. Her profile picture was gone. Her bio had changed from creative director dreamer to nothing. She wrote, I know I'm the last person you want to hear from, but I need to tell you something. I didn't open it. Not because I didn't want to, but because there was nothing left to say. Then Marcus called. Blocked number. I let it go to voicemail. He left a 36-second message, slurring slightly. Hey man, just wanted to say, I messed up. I've been thinking about you, about us, about everything. You were my brother and I don't even know who I am anymore. I deleted it, because that man, he died the moment he crossed the line. But you want the craziest part? The part that still sends a chill down my spine? About a month ago, I got an invitation to speak at a creative conference in Johannesburg, the same event Talia once dreamed of attending. It was on her vision board. I walked on stage, looked out at the crowd of 400 people, and felt this wave of energy. And that's when I saw her, in the back row, alone, wearing the same beige blazer she used to wear on big days. Our eyes met. For half a second, she looked away first. There was no hatred in my heart, no smile, no smugness, just clarity. I was never meant to spend my life with her. I was meant to survive her. And you? You watching this? Maybe you're at rock bottom right now. Maybe someone you trusted just broke your heart and left you hanging in the dark. Listen to me. You will rise. Not because they come back and say sorry. Not because karma hits them. Not because they lose everything, but because you choose yourself. You build yourself. You turn the betrayal into the blueprint. What would you have done if your best friend and fiancé betrayed you like this? Walk away, expose them, let karma do the work? Drop your answer in the comments. If this story hit you in the gut, hit that like button and share this video with someone who needs to know betrayal always boomerangs. Don't forget to subscribe for more true stories of love, betrayal, and ultimate revenge videos every day.